Hey guys, let's do these word problems. So we are on page 297. Let's do those together, okay? So number 1, last month Christopher practiced his violin for 16 hours and Patrick practiced his violin for 780 minutes. So they're different, they have different, units. How many more hours did Christopher practice than Patrick? Okay, so first of all, we need to make them the same units. You can't just say, okay, well, 16 or 780 minus 16. Okay, you can't do that because they're different units. So we're going to let's put them both in hours because it wants to know about Christopher. Christopher practiced in hours. So we have, so which means we need to make Patrick his into hours. So 780 minutes, how would we turn that into hours? Okay, well, we'll divide it by, how many minutes are in an hour? 60. Okay, so 780 divided by 60. Okay, so over in the workspace, okay, 60 goes into 78 one time. 1 times 60 is 60. Subtract and you get 18. Bring down your 0, 180. So 60 goes into 180 3 times, right? Because 6 goes into 18 3 times. And no remainder. So that's the first step, is that Patrick practiced for 13 hours. So what's the difference? We have 16, which is what Christopher practiced, minus 13, which is what Patrick practiced, equals 3 hours more. Okay, so this would go in where your answer goes, 3 hours more. Okay. Number 2, Alicia needs 5 feet of fabric to make a tablecloth for her mother. She found a piece of fabric that is 49 inches long, so different units again. Will this be enough for her to make a tablecloth? Explain your answer. So first we need to change 40. Let's see. Will this be enough to make the tablecloth? So 5 feet. So let's change 5 feet into inches. Okay, so how many inches are in 1 foot? Okay, that's 12, right? So if we're going to take feet to inches, we would take 5 feet and multiply that by 12, which is 60. Okay, so 60 inches. And so let's see, she already has one 49 inches, but she needs 60. So is it going to be long enough? No. Okay, because no, 49 inches is less than 5 feet. Okay. Number 3, Mr. and Mrs. Nichols went on a mission trip to Brazil for 59 days. How many weeks were they gone? Okay, so 59 days, and we're going to divide that into, instead of being individual days, divide them into weeks. So how many days are in 1 week? 7. Okay, so 59 divided by 7. How many times does 7 go into 59? Goes 8 times, right? But there's 3 left over. Okay, so 8. So the answer is really 8 full weeks. It'd be 8 full weeks and then 3 days. Okay, number 4. Nate lived in Colorado for 4 years. How many months did he live there? Okay, so how many what was the question again? Okay, years. How many months are in 1 year? There's 12. Okay, so 12 times 4 equals 48. Okay, so 48 months. Okay. All right. I'm going to erase all this. Okay. Number 5. Mr. Watkins bought 120 feet of rope. How many yards did he buy? Okay, so we're going from a small feet to yards. So we're dividing. Our hands are dividing apart. Okay, so we have 120, and then divide that by how many feet are in 1 yard, which is 3. So what's 120 divided by 3? 40. So 40 yards. Okay, number 6 on the back. Oh, number 1 on the back. So we've got Amelia baked 24 cookies and Gianna baked 32 cookies. If the cookies are equally divided among 20 students, how many cookies will each student receive? All right, first step is we need to add up how many cookies both of the girls cooked. All right, so we've got, in your workspace, you're going to do 24 plus 32, okay, which equals 56. So that's how many they baked together. All right, now we're going to divide 56 by 20. Sorry about that. Okay, 56 divided by 20. So 20 goes into 56, 20, 40, 60. So it can only go 2 times. Okay, now you got 16. All right, can 20 go into, or is 16 smaller than 20? Yes. So we have remainder 16. Okay, so the answer is 2 cookies. 2 cookies, and then you'd have 16 left over. Okay. Oh, next question. Are there any remaining cookies? If so, how many are left, and what could Amelia and Gianna do with them? So 16 remaining cookies, and you can write whatever you want about what she could do with them. Probably eat them, right? Or give them to somebody, give them to your neighbor. Remaining cookies. Okay. Number 2. Elijah's baby sister is 1.5 years old. How many months old is she? Okay, so let's think of it in months. So 1 year and a half. So 1 year is 12 months. And add, what's a half of a year is 6 months. So 12 plus 16 is 18 months. Okay. Number 3. Sergio wants to buy a sleeping bag for $32.98 and a backpack for $16.39. He brought $50 with him. If tax is included in the prices, does Sergio have enough money to purchase both of them? And explain your answer. So first we need to add up the total of all the stuff he wants to buy. Okay, so $32 and 98 cents plus $16.39. Okay, so 8 plus 9 is 17. 1 plus 9 plus 3 is 13. 1 plus 2 plus 6 is 9. And 3 plus 1 is 4. So it costs $49.37 and he has $50. So yes, he can buy his stuff. Okay, so yes, I don't know. The total cost is less than $50. number 4. During the past month, Ariana spent 480 minutes doing homework and 6 hours playing volleyball. How many hours did she spend doing homework and playing volleyball in the past month? Okay. So let's figure out how many. Let's change 480 minutes into hours. So how are we going to do that? We're going minutes to hours is smaller to larger, so we're dividing. So 480, and divide that by how many minutes are in 1 hour, which is 60. Okay, so we have, now you know what, we could just probably do mental math. What's 48 divided by 6 is 8, and then annex is 0. Okay, so 80, oh, not 80, Mrs. Muller, it's just 8, okay, because really you're doing that, I'm sorry. Okay, 60 goes into 488 times, not 80, sorry about that. So 8 hours. Okay, and then the total, so 6 hours volleyball, 8 hours doing homework, so 8 plus 6 is 14. Okay, so 14 hours. All right. Okay, so like back up to here, this is what, okay, 60 into 480 would be 8, okay? But we can do it mentally by taking the zeros off. All right, I was multiplying, not dividing in my head. And then the last one, Edward and his friend Josiah went to collect 1,000 baseball cards. Edward has 483 baseball cards. Josiah has 387 cards. How many more cards do they need to reach their goal? So let's find out how many they have together. So 483 plus 387. So 3 plus 7 is 10. 1 plus 8 plus 8 is 17. 1 plus 4 plus 3 is 8. So they have 870, and they want to collect 1,000. So we're going to take 1,000 and subtract what they do have. So 870. 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay. That's a 10, or that becomes 10, so then it becomes a 9, and this is a 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. 9 minus 8 is 1. So they still need 130 cards. All right, and that is it for the word problems. So a lot of it is just common sense, but there are some ways that you can figure out how to solve the problem. You look for clue words. If you're changing units, remember if you're going from larger to smaller, multiply, but if you're going smaller to larger, you divide. So that helps you as well.